Billionaire Yass may be the donor behind Trump's TikTok flip-flop. Here's what to know. Event overview. In January 2025, speculation arose that billionaire Yass may be the key donor influencing Donald Trump's sudden shift in stance regarding the social media app TikTok. This report outlines the timeline of events, relevant facts about Yass, and the implications of Trump's changing position. Timeline of key events. 1. 2020, former President Donald Trump issued an executive order aimed at banning TikTok, citing national security concerns. He demanded that ByteDance, TikTok's parent company, sell the app within 45 days or face a ban. 2. March 2024, at a retreat hosted by the Conservative Political Action Committee Club for Growth, Trump publicly opposed the ban on TikTok, asserting it would benefit Facebook, which he labeled as an enemy of the people. 3. March 18, 2024, reports emerged that Yass played a significant role in Trump's reversal, particularly after meeting with Trump shortly before the latter's comments against the TikTok ban. 4. December 9, 2024, as TikTok faced increasing risks of being banned, sources hinted that if Trump were to be re-elected, the app's future could change, suggesting Yass's influence might help it evade a ban. Key points. Yass's background. Yass is the founder of Susquehanna International Group with an estimated net worth of nearly $50 billion. He holds a substantial investment in ByteDance, owning approximately 15% of the company. His wealth and strategic investments have made him a significant player in both financial and political realms. Political contributions. Yass has emerged as a leading donor in the 2024 election cycle, contributing over $96 million to conservative causes. His donations include substantial sums to the Club for Growth and other political action committees, positioning him as a key financial player in Republican politics. Relationship with Trump. The relationship between Trump and Yass has strengthened over time, with Yass reportedly supporting Trump's campaign despite previously backing other candidates. Trump's shift in stance on TikTok came shortly after interactions with Yass raising questions about the motivations behind the change. Media reactions. Commentators across the political spectrum criticized Trump's apparent willingness to change his position for financial backing. Critics expressed concern that this behavior could undermine national security, highlighting the potential implications of political donations on policy decisions. Analysis of sources. 1. Forbes report, focused on Yass's financial influence and direct connection to Trump, detailing his significant contributions to various political campaigns and how that money could potentially affect Trump's decisions regarding TikTok. 2. YouTube video summary provided a brief overview of the situation, emphasizing the speculation surrounding Yass's influence but lacking in-depth analysis. 3. Fortune article explored the broader implications of Trump's potential re-election on TikTok's future, analyzing how Yass's investments could play a role in shaping regulatory outcomes for the app. Implications and conclusion. Yass's influence over Trump's changed stance on TikTok reflects a broader trend of how money shapes political decisions in the United States. As TikTok faces increasing scrutiny and potential bans due to national security concerns, the interplay between political donations and policy will remain a critical issue. The future of TikTok, especially under a potential Trump administration, could hinge significantly on the financial clout of donors like Yass, highlighting the complex relationship between wealth, influence, and governance. Ultimately, Trump's flip-flop on TikTok raises questions about the integrity of political positions in the face of substantial financial contributions and the potential consequences for national security and public policy. The article discusses Yass, a billionaire investor with significant stakes in TikTok, and how he might be influencing Donald Trump's shifting stance on the app. Here are some counterintuitive insights derived from the content. 1. Bipartisan concerns. With a partisan influence, while both major political parties express concerns over TikTok due to national security issues, Trump's recent opposition to banning the app appears to stem from financial backing rather than a principled stance. This highlights how personal interests can transcend party lines, revealing that political decisions can be swayed by financial incentives, even when they conflict with established partisan narratives. 2. Financial influence over national security. The expectation that a political figure like Trump would prioritize national security is challenged by the notion that Yass's financial contributions could lead to a reversal of previously held security concerns. The idea that significant donations can alter political positions raises ethical questions about the intersection of money and policy, suggesting that financial power can compromise national interests. 3. Investor influence on political strategy. The relationship between wealthy donors and politicians is often viewed as a one-way street where money buys influence. However, the article suggests a more nuanced interaction where Trump, despite previous antagonism towards TikTok, might align his views to cater to a major donor's interests. This shows a complex web of influence where politicians may adapt their strategies and positions based on the financial landscapes they operate within. For public perception versus donor interests, Trump's change in position is framed as a potential political maneuver to gain support from big donors like Yass. This raises questions about the authenticity of political positions where public officials may prioritize donor interests over the concerns of their constituents. The perception that a politician's stance can be for sale is counter to traditional views of political integrity. 5. Media interpretation of political actions. Various media outlets report on Trump's pivot regarding TikTok with different emphases. Some focus on the implications for national security while others highlight the financial motivations. This divergence in coverage suggests that narrative framing can significantly shape public understanding of political actions, which may obscure the underlying motivations driving these positions. 6. Potential backlash against political donations. The backlash from commentators on both sides of the political spectrum regarding Trump's change of heart illustrates a growing awareness and skepticism about the influence of money in politics. This could lead to a counter-movement against major political donations, further complicating the relationship between finances and political positions. These insights reveal the complexities and contradictions inherent in the relationship between wealth politics and public policy, challenging a straightforward understanding of political motivations and actions. The report on billionaire Jeff Yass's potential influence over Donald Trump's shifting stance on TikTok reveals several critical aspects that many may overlook, which hold significant implications for both political dynamics and the broader landscape of social media regulation in the United States. 1. The relationship between wealth and political influence. One of the most significant yet commonly overlooked elements in this scenario is how the financial backing from individuals like Jeff Yass can directly impact political decisions and positions. Yass's estimated net worth, which is partly tied to his investments in ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok, highlights how personal financial interests can intersect with public policy. The fact that Yass has been a major donor to conservative political action committees, PACs, and candidates who oppose the TikTok ban underscores the profound influence that wealthy individuals can exert over elected officials. This raises questions about the integrity of political positions and whether they reflect genuine concern for national security or are merely transactional responses to financial incentives. Significance. This dynamic reflects a broader trend in American politics where large donations can sway policy decisions, effectively putting the interests of a few wealthy individuals above those of the general public. It suggests a system where political positions may be for sale, leading to potential conflicts of interest and diminishing trust in democratic processes. 2. Impact on national security discourse. Another critical aspect is the national security narrative surrounding TikTok. Originally, Trump cited national security concerns as the rationale for attempting to ban the app. However, his recent shift to oppose such bans, particularly in light of Yass's financial interests, raises important questions about the sincerity of claims regarding national security. The bipartisan concern over TikTok's data privacy implications, particularly regarding its ties to the Chinese government, adds complexity to this issue. Significance: this flip-flop could undermine serious discussions about data privacy and national security, reducing them to mere political bargaining chips. It highlights how economic interests can overshadow legitimate security concerns, potentially leaving citizens vulnerable to data misuse and surveillance. 3. The role of PACs and political contributions. Yass's substantial contributions to various PACs, including his financial support for the Club for Growth, illustrate the strategic nature of political funding. His donations are not only aimed at supporting candidates but also at shaping the political landscape and influencing policy agendas. The fact that he has threatened to withdraw support from lawmakers who back the TikTok ban signals how financial contributions can be used to enforce loyalty and sway legislative outcomes. Significance: this mechanism of influence showcases the power of PACs in American democracy, as they can effectively dictate political behavior through financial means. It raises concerns about accountability, where elected officials may prioritize the interests of their donors over their constituents. 4. Public perception and media narratives. The media's coverage of Trump's change in stance, especially the commentary from both conservative and liberal analysts, reflects a growing skepticism about the motivations behind political decisions influenced by financial contributors. The narratives surrounding Trump's relationship with Yass point to a broader concern about the integrity of political leadership and the potential for corruption. Significance: this scrutiny from the media can play a crucial role in shaping public perception and accountability. However, it also risks creating polarization, where narratives are interpreted through partisan lenses, obscuring the underlying issues of money in politics and governance. 5. The future of TikTok and regulatory environment. As the legal battle over TikTok continues, the potential for a change in regulations depending on who holds political power is significant. If Trump were to be re-elected, his newfound relationship with Yass could mean favorable outcomes for TikTok, which may alter the competitive landscape of social media and the tech industry. Significance: this scenario presents a critical intersection of technology and politics, where the fate of a major platform could hinge on the political whims of a few powerful individuals. It raises questions about the future of tech regulation in the U.S. and whether it will prioritize consumer protection and data privacy or be swayed by political and financial interests. Conclusion: the implications of Jeff Yass's influence over Trump's stance on TikTok extend far beyond the immediate political maneuvering. They highlight systemic issues in the political landscape, including the intertwining of wealth and power, the erosion of national security discussions, and the implications for regulatory practices in the tech industry. Understanding these dynamics is crucial for recognizing the broader challenges facing democracy and governance in an era where financial interests can dictate political outcomes. 1. Jeff Yass's financial influence and stake in TikTok. Jeff Yass, founder of Susquehanna International Group, is a significant investor in TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, holding about 15% of its shares. His financial backing has made him a key player in the political landscape, especially as he donated over $96 million to conservative causes in the lead-up to the 2024 elections. This financial clout raises questions about the intersection of wealth and political influence, particularly regarding how major donors can sway political figures to adopt positions that align with their financial interests. 2. Trump's shifting stance on TikTok. Donald Trump's reversal on TikTok, from advocating for a ban due to national security concerns to opposing it during a conservative PAC meeting, has sparked controversy. Critics argue that this shift is symptomatic of Trump's willingness to change his positions in response to donor influence. Trump's comments about Facebook benefiting from a TikTok ban highlight the contentious dynamics within the tech industry and how political positions can be influenced by financial considerations, raising ethical questions about the motivations behind policy changes. 3. Bipartisan concerns over TikTok's national security risks. The broader political context includes bipartisan legislation aimed at banning TikTok due to fears that the Chinese government could access U.S. user data. As the political climate intensifies, Trump's relationship with Yass may complicate the regulatory landscape surrounding TikTok. This situation exemplifies the tension between national security and economic interests, particularly as lawmakers grapple with the implications of foreign technology companies operating within the U.S. For media and public reaction, the media's portrayal of Trump's relationship with Yass and the implications of his policy flip-flop has generated significant public discourse. Commentators from both conservative and liberal perspectives have criticized Trump for potentially commodifying his political positions in exchange for financial support. This scrutiny reflects a growing concern about the influence of money in politics and its potential impact on democratic processes, particularly in relation to issues of national security and public safety. 1. The influence of the Koch brothers in American politics. The Koch brothers, Charles and David, are known for their significant financial contributions to political campaigns and organizations that align with their libertarian and conservative views. Their funding has often been linked to influencing legislative agendas including climate change policies, healthcare reforms, and tax cuts, thereby demonstrating how wealthy individuals can leverage their financial power to sway political outcomes. 2. George Soros and political donations. George Soros, a billionaire investor, has become a prominent figure in political philanthropy, especially in supporting progressive causes and candidates. His donations have been scrutinized for their impact on elections and public policy, particularly in areas such as criminal justice reform, immigration, and healthcare. Soros' involvement has sparked considerable debate over the influence of money in politics and the ethical implications of such financial backing. 3. The role of the NRA in American gun legislation. The National Rifle Association (NRA) has been a formidable force in American politics, particularly concerning gun rights and legislation. The organization has leveraged substantial financial resources to support candidates who align with its pro-gun agenda and to oppose those advocating for stricter gun control measures. This relationship between political donations and policy influence exemplifies how interest groups can shape legislative outcomes through financial contributions. Future outlook. Predictions for the impact of Jeff Yass on Trump's TikTok stance. The relationship between billionaire investor Jeff Yass and former President Donald Trump has significant implications for the future of TikTok in the United States. As we analyze the evolving political landscape and economic environment, several predictions emerge regarding the potential outcomes of this dynamic. 1. Political influence and campaign strategy. As Trump continues to navigate his political aspirations, Yass's financial backing may shape Trump's campaign strategy. Given Yass's substantial contributions to conservative causes and candidates exceeding $96 million in the 2024 election cycle, his influence is likely to grow. We may see Trump increasingly align his policies with Yass's interests, particularly concerning technology and social media regulation. Prediction: expect a more pro-business stance from Trump that emphasizes deregulation of tech companies, including TikTok, as he seeks to appeal to major donors and business interests. 2. TikTok's regulatory landscape. As TikTok faces increasing scrutiny from lawmakers over national security concerns, the future of the app will heavily depend on the political climate post-inauguration. If Trump leverages his relationship with Yass to advocate for TikTok, we could see a push for a more favorable regulatory environment. Prediction: should Trump regain the presidency, we may witness a reversal of stringent policies against TikTok, potentially leading to a compromise that allows the app to operate with less oversight. 3. Public perception and backlash. Trump's relationship with Yass could provoke backlash from various political factions. Critics may accuse Trump of prioritizing donor interests over national security, especially given the scrutiny surrounding foreign-owned apps like TikTok. This could diminish his support among conservative voters who prioritize security. Prediction: anticipate a polarized public debate that may impact Trump's approval ratings, particularly among those who view his TikTok stance as a betrayal of national interests. 4. Impact on election dynamics. Yass's financial influence could be pivotal in shaping the electoral landscape for the 2024 elections. His ability to fundraise for candidates who align with Trump's revised perspectives on tech could lead to a resurgence of support for the former president among donors and grassroots activists. Prediction: the 2024 elections may see an influx of cash directed towards candidates who oppose the TikTok ban, strengthening their campaigns and potentially altering the balance of power within Congress. 5. Economic consequences for TikTok creators and users. As TikTok navigates its regulatory challenges, the livelihoods of millions of creators and small businesses that depend on the platform hang in the balance. Any decisions made by Trump and his administration regarding TikTok will have immediate economic consequences. Prediction: if Trump successfully intervenes to protect TikTok, we may see a stabilization of income streams for creators and businesses, fostering a more robust digital economy. Conversely, a ban could lead to significant economic losses and disrupt the influencer market. 6. Long-term viability of TikTok. The ongoing tug-of-war between security concerns and business interests will determine TikTok's long-term viability in the U.S. market. If Yass's influence persists and Trump remains supportive, TikTok could secure its place as a staple in American social media. Prediction: should Trump facilitate a resolution that aligns with Yass's interests, TikTok may not only survive but thrive, potentially expanding its user base and market influence. 7. Shifts in social media policy. The outcome of this relationship may set precedents for how future administrations handle foreign-owned tech entities. Depending on the success or failure of TikTok's situation under Trump, we may see a shift in policy regarding technology and foreign investments. Prediction: a favorable outcome for TikTok might embolden other foreign tech companies to invest in the U.S., leading to a more lenient regulatory framework for international tech firms overall. Conclusion: as the interplay between Jeff Yass and Donald Trump unfolds, the future of TikTok and its regulatory challenges will be closely intertwined with broader political and economic trends. The implications of their relationship could resonate through the 2024 election cycle and beyond, shaping public policy and the tech landscape in significant ways. Whether TikTok emerges unscathed or faces further challenges may depend largely on how effectively Trump leverages his connections with influential donors like Yass while addressing the complex concerns surrounding national security and foreign investment.